Here we are at the first weekly check-in of the 15-day story challenge. We've already had a fatality, which is T. She's dropped out due to various forms of life fuckery. And Cassie isn't here today, /Nova, because she currently has a huge piece of glass in her foot, which I think we can actually blame on her mother-in-law. Her mother-in-law brought around a box of shit. Cassie was unloading the box of shit, and I think it was a hand grenade inside, something like that, and now she's got glass in her foot. So there we go. Anyway, today I thought we could talk about how we've gone this week, what's going on. So first, a quick round, I think, of progress for the week. So John, do you want to lead us off since you've been cheating the most? I mean, writing the most.
I only cheated last weekend.
Okay, so you're not going to cheat this weekend. This weekend's going to be a cheat-free zone.
Saturday morning we go to San Francisco.
Right.
I'll be 2 days there, drive back Monday, and won't start working again until Tuesday. Okay.
Okay. So we'll get to claw a day back off you. That's good. Yep. That's good.
But in the meantime, I'm on 28,500 words.
Fantastic! Holy shit!
Wow.
But I mean that. And it's basically you're done, right? You're finished. So that's all. You drop the pen and off you go.
No, I plan to finish by next weekend. Not this weekend, next weekend.
Oh, it burns. I don't think I'm going to be done by next weekend. Kim, how are you getting on? What's progress like in your world?
Well, I started slow because I'm really trying to push to get Hell's the last one of my Hell is a Harem series done. So I really only started yesterday, kind of like did a burb and started the prologue yesterday, but I have a feeling it's going to blow out to be a little bit bigger than what I expected. So, I'm sitting at around 2,000 words at the moment. Pretty happy with it, like good 2,000 words, but I think it might be a little bit long. I've got like 2 solid days of Hell's left, and then I'll be cracking into that one as well as starting the next spin-off series for Hell. So
how do you do? I can write like one thing at once, and that's barely one thing at once. Like I can amateur my way through one thing at once, and you've got 3.
I wrote 5,000 words yesterday on 2 different books. I did 3 blurbs, organised 2 covers.
Look, blurbs are the thing that out of all of the things in my life, I would rather clean windows than do blurbs. I fucking hate them. They are just.
I love them. I do them first up now. I do it before I even start writing a word on the story. Do it all done. So I think I've got about 3 or 4 there. And I haven't even started writing the books yet. So blurbs are the first thing that I do.
I saw you drop the blurbs for this, the blurb for this in your Facebook group, and people seem to respond pretty well to that. I thought there was a bit of action on that, so that's I think that's giving you the sign that people are hungry for what you're about to write. So
different too. So
fantastic. So for me, progress has been, bearing in mind I haven't been cheating in any way. I feel pretty confident. I did 22,000 words this week. Bit of a slow start on Monday. Monday was a bit of a dick. I only did 2,000 on Monday, I think, but I picked up over 5,000 words a day for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, which brings me to 22,000 words for about 4,400 words a day on average, which felt pretty good because something like 3 months I've been editing. I've been doing nothing but editing, and so I forgot what a keyboard was, how they work, what do the buttons do, all that kind of stuff. So I'm feeling pretty good about where I am. And it's been fun. So all right. So next point of topic is surprises, right? So been doing this for a week. Did you stumble across any things that you were just confused about or anything like that? Kim, why don't you talk about that?
No, I'm being pretty good. The only surprise that I have had is how much I've enjoyed the beginning of it, because I'm writing within the same world. So using that as momentum for my existing series as well as future series. But surprising, just liking the story, liking where it starts. A little bit Christmassy, a little bit hell.
Santa's dog. Yeah, right. A little bit Christmassy. Yeah.
That's it. Very
John,
good.
how about you? Did you have any outlandish interventions?
Yes, someone ran into the back of my Jeep. That was a surprise. We've got, I'll see if I can show you. Yeah. That's snow out there.
Oh my God.
You and Kim need to swap because she's currently at like 3,000 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that looks so nice. I don't think I've ever seen that much snow.
Well, that's melted a bit, and we've had a heck of a lot more at times, but winter is here. And so the roads are icy, and some idiot driver thought, hey, I don't have problems driving in on ice, and bang, into the back of the Jeep. So that was a surprise.
Did you say a bad word when that happened?
Yeah. The biggest surprise is how much I'm enjoying this. I've been struggling this year to achieve more than 2,500 words a day, and here I'm hitting 4,000. And my challenge next week is to get to the Richard Parry 5,000 a day.
Well, I mean, yeah, this is my atrophy phase, mate. This is me on go slow, right? So for me, surprises were much like John, how much I'm enjoying it. Like I really like working to constraints. That's the thing that I dig. So if I create some artificial boundaries, like you've got to do this with only this many characters in this amount of time, I enjoy the hell out of that. Like I find that it just kind of channels my energy right down the lane, and that's really cool. I also found that I've been relying on to do a lot of the editing work that I've been doing. I use an app called Brain FM, which is good for putting you in a kind of like a focus zone. But I was surprised when I switched back to I've got a writing playlist on Spotify, which it's nominally titled Happy. I don't actually think that's a good name for it because it's not really very happy at all. But it gets me in a state where I write. It's what I used to write like action and dialogue, big action scenes. And when I started using that yesterday, my word count went up by about 300 words a day, or about 50 to 150 words an hour. So I found that quite exciting. That Brain FM seems to be good for consistent results, but the happy music is good for this kind of constrained writing. So I was really interested by that, and I will continue to play with it next week. All right. Second to last question, challenges in terms of, things that you found this week. Was it, not having a car for John, or was it writing 17 things at once for Kim? John, do you want to take us away and tell us about challenges? Challenges.
Not really experiencing anything as a significant challenge, apart from the motor vehicle thing. Tomorrow, half the day I'll be out because Kathy's going to the eye doctor and her eyes will be dilated, so I'll be chauffeur in the morning. Don't want to risk her on the roads with her eyes dilated. So the challenges are really, the minor ups and downs of domesticity.
Day-to-day life.
Yep.
Kim, how about you?
Just basically finishing the book that I'm trying. I think I've got 2 days, so finishing that first, then I'll be outlining the next series as well as hooking into this one. So it's just like hours in the day for me at the moment.
I don't know why you do it to yourself. Why did you say yes? Like when I said 15-day challenge, why don't you say fuck off?
Because I'm a sucker.
All right, very good. Good. I'll just note that down on my little pad. That's good.
Yeah.
For me, the biggest challenge is I wanted the story to be a road trip between two characters, right? And they're both like really strong characters. So they one of them takes no shit and the other one gives a lot of shit. So it's a really interesting counterpoint there. But I normally write this series with a lot more actors. There's like five main characters on the ship, and then there's a huge number of other characters. So writing in the story universe with just two dudes is proving to be quite a challenge. I had always intended to bring a third character in, and she's now joined the crew, and that's been good. That's been a relief. But I injected just because another 2 red shirts. So they joined the crew yesterday, and that's been kind of fun. They're going to have to die though, so yeah, I don't think it's going to work out well for them. Brad and Parry, if you're listening, sorry.
Not me,
so
you kind of thing.
Well, I killed off 5 ogres today, so that was a bit of a surprise, I suppose.
Oh, they had to go. They had to go. You threw them out with them, Okay, so next week, what's everybody's plans for next week? Kim, what are you planning?
Writing as much as I can. So basically, I think I'm going to have to do a cheat day, maybe 1 or 2.
What?
I'm sorry.
Learning from the best, right?
I can't help it. Yeah, I'm just going to have to blame it on John. Bad influence. So I'm going to have to cheat a day or 2, get this story up on the way. Otherwise, I don't think I'll ever get it finished. But yes, and share to my group. I wanted to try and get that done today and get the at least the prologue finished so I can share that and get some convo happening on it. They seem pretty keen and map that out. But yes, writing.
John, how about you?
Finish the book.
I'll just finish the whole thing.
A 12-day challenge in 3.
I can finish a challenge by, as long as there's no major interruptions, by end of Friday next week.
I'm just going to kill myself. All right.
And then I want to plot out. No, I don't. I want to work into the dark with book 2.
Right.
And that's scary because I didn't think I'd be doing a second and or third book, but I've actually booked Tiffany for books 1, 2, and 3.
Excellent.
For me, next week is more writing as with all of us. One of the things I'd like to do is to get some of your work and share it with my fans, because I think it'd be really interesting. Because I share sometimes my half finished work with them by email, and so they're kind of used to seeing the typo-laden carcass that I start with, and I think it would be really fascinating for them to see how other writers work. Here's a prologue or here's a chapter or something like that. So I might touch base with you offline and get a sample and share it out. But other than that, no, it's just more words. Slightly in the mix. I'm pretty sure it's this week coming. I actually think it's this week coming and the week after. Is Christmas crazy festive season around here. So everybody is doing, lunchtime beers, which is never just lunchtime beers. It's lunchtime beers going into evening beers. And I think next week's I might have to rent a dialysis machine because I don't think my internal organs will take it by themselves. I think we're past that. But otherwise, it's just more writing. So that's where we're at. All right. Any closing comments from either of you?
No, I'm good.
No, I mean, apart from saying, hey, this is still a horrible thing to do to me.
You're welcome. You're very welcome. I'm glad that you enjoyed it so much. Fantastic. All right, guys. Well, thanks very much. It's heading into weekend time here, so Friday beers, and I think for Kim, you as well. John, you're still suffering with Thursday, aren't you?
Thursday afternoon. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be thinking of you as I knock off this afternoon. And all good. And you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.
Likewise.
Take care.
Enjoy.
Right. See ya.
Yeah.